week's nugget, I want to talk about protein. I have had some private conversations with some of you with a concern that you are struggling with getting your protein in, but not being able to keep the calories down low, or just not having the ability to eat any more food to get the protein requirements in. So first of all, I know in my latest or one of my last nuggets, I explained the importance of protein and how I encourage you to have 1 gram per body weight, and people just kind of, that's sort of where the conversation started, right? What? That means I have to get 150, 160 grams of protein. That's a lot, and I get that. So I want to just first say that it's kind of like us trainers being like your dentist would. You know, you go to the dentist and they tell you to floss 3 times a day or at least every day, and really deep down inside they're just saying that so they really hope that you end up getting at least some flossing sessions in a week, if not any, right? So we kind of say that to maybe hope that at least you're getting over 100 grams, because I understand a lot of us are trying to gain muscle, therefore we need to be having a lot of protein, but we are also trying to lose some unwanted body fat. So how do you do that? Managing your calories. So this is what I recommend. I probably have spoken to a lot of you about this in maybe some of the lifestyle challenges in the past, but I just want to go over how some of the protein choices that you can add without creating fullness or adding too many calories. So first of all, I do a collagen. This is the one that they've just recommended in the local store where I shop for some of my supplements. Any one that you like. I just like the one that is plain and doesn't taste like anything in my coffee. And this is what I do. I have 2 cups of coffee, and 1 scoop is 10 grams. So by the end of the 2 cups, I've had 20 grams of protein. That is all I do usually for meal 1, because I add sometimes MCT oil to my coffee, or I add just heavy cream. So that those 2 coffees in the morning probably equivalent to probably 5, maybe even 550 calories. So that in itself is a high calorie, just 2 coffees, because of what I put in them. So that's why I'm not hungry. That gets me going. That's where my body is comfortable. I wasn't like that before, but now this is just sort of my new routine. So there's 20 grams. Keep in mind, ladies, if you're only doing 1 scoop of the collagen, you're only getting 10 grams of protein in, and that is not enough for your body to get protein synthesis. So to get the required amount of protein for what we're wanting it to do. So you really need per serving at least 20 grams per serving. And that's why I add 2 scoops, 1 scoop in the morning to 1 scoop per coffee cup, and I have 2. 2 scoops in one, I think, would be a little too much. So I just have 2 small cups, and if I have one in the afternoon, I add another scoop of that just to get another 10 grams in. And then I'll do a scoop and a half of whey at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This does a lot of things. First of all, if you add a scoop and a half, 1 scoop of this is 30 grams of protein, ladies. So if you do a scoop and a half, you're getting almost 50 grams of protein in 1 drink of protein. So all I do is I add water, and I add ice, and I shake it. Sometimes I'll add, if I'm feeling like I need an extra, a little bit more calories at 3 o'clock, but typically I just do water and whey. Sometimes I'll do a little bit of peanut butter, believe it or not, and I shake it really vigorously in my shaker. It's actually, with this vanilla, it's actually quite tasty. But again, please don't add added fat to this drink at 3 o'clock in the afternoon if you don't need it. I only do that typically if I work out after my coffee and we're going for an hour and a half walk, and I need something other than just this scoop of water. I'll add a protein. So I'm going for another hour and a half exercise. This is just not going to fuel me with an exercise routine or strength session prior. So hopefully that makes sense. Ask me questions if none of this is making sense. So if you do this in the morning, this in the afternoon, this will also create less temptation to overeat at dinner, right? because you just won't be as full, or sorry, you won't be as hungry, so you will just eat less. Just those two things are there's 70 grams almost right there. And then if you try your best to do 3 other meals with 25 to 30 grams, 30, 60, 90, plus the 70, that's way over 100 grams. And that is keeping your meals normal, right? You're not adding these big, huge pieces of meat. A good size lean piece of meat is going to give you 25 to 30 grams of protein. And then you can have your other sides, like your carbohydrates and your fats or whatever you want on the side, right, to make it a complete meal. And there you can get calories still in a deficit or at a maintenance phase, depending on what your goals are. And you are getting over 100 grams of protein. Ladies, please don't fixate on getting 150, okay? Even if you can get over 100, that would be amazing. I can guarantee most of you are not getting 100 grams of protein in each day, and that needs to be a priority. And remember, I am doing that lifestyle challenge next Monday. If you're interested in having more help with this stuff, remember, you can join in. I'm giving 50% off for all of the members. All my clients get 50% off. So it's just an extra way for me to support you. If you have any questions about what that exactly involves, check that out. Otherwise, just focus on getting your protein in. Please, you are working so hard in the gym. You want to make sure that your efforts are being rewarded through proper nutrition. So that is going to be the major focus for the next little while.